Hey guys, and welcome back to Castle Crush, and today we are going to be playing a Necromancer deck with Blizzard as a twist, and to try and make the deck a little bit extra effective at applying pressure to our opponents. We're going to set the stacks up and then try and freeze our opponent's lanes, and then we also have Rage as well as Protection, so this should be a pretty interesting deck. We also even have Dragon in here to try and make the Necromancer a little bit more effective by bringing back the Dragon. The Dragon doesn't seem like it would be a good card with Necromancer because obviously it comes back at very low health. But the reality is it's good against other Necromancer stacks, especially ones that have lots of skeletons in them, because one hit like from the Dragon will eliminate a bunch of enemy skeletons, which will slowly push their Necromancer back. So Dragon is actually a very effective inclusion with the Necromancer, and one that's good for sort of breaking stalemates with other Necromancer decks. And if you don't have it and they have it, then typically they're at an advantage. So again, here I am. You can see here I get the Blizzard down and then Rage, and just really pushing through that Necromancer stack. Huge plays right there to really give me back the middle lane. Just completely saved the middle lane there. And now with my catapult out, it's pretty much going to be game over here, I think. Their own Dragon, they're not really helping them. And that's going to be game right there for them. Fantastic win right there. Let's jump in again here. I really love how Blizzard can just completely change a match, completely change the course of a match to even win matchups that you wouldn't otherwise win. Especially with Rage plus Blizzard, you can just quickly melt an opponent's stack and just get so much of their mana destroyed just in one play there. Even with cards that normally wouldn't be very effective against those other cards. And here I was just going at them with the Meteor there in that middle lane, really trying to push hard in the middle lane, get good positioning. Even with that Mage, they're still having trouble getting the correct positioning. And I am in good shape, I would say. Although now they're pushing back pretty good, but with the Dragon, at least I have positioning for another catapult if I want to try and do that. And the way the middle lane shakes out, I'm like, all right, Skull Queen is a good choice. But then I see they have the Necromancer set up, so I'm like, yeah, we should just get rid of the Necromancer. And tough spot here because the catapult wasn't doing that much damage, so I had to make the decision there to try and concentrate elsewhere. And now I get the next catapult set up, and at this point I'm in good position. Pretty much game over unless they have Dragon. They're not going to get saved there. And they do not, so I pull out that win. Really thought this was a pretty fun deck overall. The Blizzard and the Rage just really add something interesting once I get the Necromancer set up. And the Skull Queen is also a dangerous card. So, really creates for a number of sort of very lethal cards that I have in my pocket here. You can see again trying to push through the middle lane there. Not super successfully that time, but at least I was able to maintain good positioning largely. And then the Dragon kind of buys me another chance here. And again, I choose to freeze the middle lane with Blizzard just to try and really win in 2 of the 3 lanes. It's often what I found is kind of the most important, because just really being able to have lane control there. And oh no. And then I used the Meteor defensively, which was maybe a mistake, maybe not. Probably a mistake there, just because I could have really put it on their castle. But, you know, I realized I have to try and just eliminate that top lane. And actually did a pretty solid job, but very interesting match here. Definitely looks like I was gonna lose, but now all of a sudden it's like, well, do they have a card they can play on my castle, or am I gonna win with this catapult? Oh my gosh, I end up winning. Wow, that was crazy. I should have definitely lost that, it felt like. That was really wild. Okay. So, I love starting out with the Skull King here because it really gives me options based on where they choose to counterattack to place the catapult. And, you know, things like the Ice Elemental. Just gives me good positioning. Kind of like Boneyard, except Skull King is more reliable in all-in, especially since you could draw it, you know, later on. See there, the Boneyard, not very useful. Probably shouldn't be running it. Skull King, much, much, much more useful. Because even when I only have one card in my hand, it still works, and it kind of does a very, you know, it acts very similarly, actually, to Boneyard. So, not too bad. But here, I'm in a pretty tricky spot. I'm trying to focus back up on this lane, and Dragon definitely saves my butt right there. Now I'm like, dude, I just need to try and win middle lane so we can have 2 lanes going, and then I'm just waiting to, again, try and win middle lane, but I do need, no, it almost kind of cost me the match there because actually top lane was doing a lot of damage to me. But I'm back in this match now, and I got rid of some of the biggest threats, although unfortunately they seem to have a lot of damage they can put right on my castle. So that Necromancer, I mean the Executioner is just way too close to me. I couldn't do anything there. I'm probably going to lose this. Oh my gosh. Wow. And then I need something to counter with. No, yeah. They had a lot of cards they could put on my castle. So it was just, that was a tough one. I would have had to have made a few more plays there to win that match. But regardless, I don't think Boneyard should really be in this deck. I think it should be another Skull King because Skull King is just better. And it's better if you only have one card, which sometimes in all-in you just end up with, you know, drawing an extra card. And when that card is Boneyard, I usually lose because it's just not useful in that situation. It's not useful coming off the bench there as one card. So, oh my goodness, risky series of plays here. I don't know why I didn't play the Dragon in the middle lane, but I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. And results in me losing that catapult. But I do get the Skull Queen back, which is pretty interesting. And I've got the catapult back out there. I opt to go for the defensive meteor, which is debatable, but okay, it ends up working for the moment. And yes, I get the Ice Elemental on their Dragon middle lane. That's game over. That's pretty much game over. Whew, that was a little intense too. That was a little bit intense too. But we still managed to pull that match off. And I did like the protection just in terms of like breaking stalemates and giving me the leg up there. In this match, get really good position here of 2 strong lanes. Of course, big decision. Do I Black Witch bottom lane? I decided to go for middle lane. Again, Boneyard just useless in that spot. I shouldn't put it in the deck there because it just doesn't work when you draw it by itself. And basically kind of gave my opponent an advantage that they shouldn't have had. So Dragon, as usual, is going to probably keep me in it, but I'm just trying to focus on winning the top 2 lanes here. How to get rid of that catapult. This is not looking good. I do have Blizzard. That's the one thing I've got, but unfortunately, again, Boneyard letting me down, and Blizzard coming up super mega clutch. Wow, that was a super clutch Blizzard. They really would have won there, I think. But Blizzard and Dragon just to the job. Wow. Again, though, Boneyard, it's just not good. It's okay if I get it at the start. It does have some synergy if I get it off the starting hand with Skull Queen. That can be very good, but other than that, Boneyard's main advantage is it can get farther up the field more quickly than Skull King can, but that's basically its only advantage. And in all-in, you're usually playing most of your cards. So, as I discovered here, Boneyard just doesn't really work. So my opponent here has a lot more health than I do. Definitely means I have to get on them and start wearing down their health. Oh, dude, clutch Blizzard. I could have used, clutch Ice Elemental. I could have used Blizzard back, but I decide to slow play it here. Try and be patient. Yeah, I'm like, I have to just try and get something established because they've almost wiped my stuff. And I do manage to get a nice stack established in the middle lane, and that's the basis that I'm working off of here. And then I catch their dragon with the Ice Elemental, which was also really clutch, even if just for a moment. Again, Boneyard not being useful, basically a wasted card. And I decide, oh, wow. Well, I did manage to delay them pretty good right there, even if I didn't actually take out their stuff yet. And again, Blizzard trying to gain the advantage. I recognize I need to get rid of the Angel, and from there, now it's game over. Now it is game over. We got a bunch of skeletons with Skull Queen. That is pretty easy game over here, I think. Double Dragon. Huge mana advantage on my opponent. Protection, Rage. Easy, easy, easy finish. Gust of Wind making it a little harder, but no match really for the cards I've got out there. And they are gonna get finished off. Pretty fun deck, actually reasonably effective deck too in certain situations. Boneyard was a bad card to put in there, but other than that, I like this deck quite a lot. So leave a like if you enjoyed, let me know what you thought about this video in the comments and what other types of content I should create. Maybe subscribe if you're new to my channel for more mobile gaming videos. And thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.